Welcome to Black Perspectives with Lady T. Hey, where your words will attract a strong mind or offend a weak one. My guest today is native to York City. She is a mother, a grandmother, a community activist. She is hilarious, if you all didn't know that. She has been through trials and tribulations. She is part of a movement happening right here in our city. She is known as Diva Too Much and the self-proclaimed Way Queen. But most of all, she has a heart for the people. She is someone with whom I share the first name is Tonya. Please welcome Tonya Larry.
Hi, everybody.
Give me a hug, girl. I'm so happy that you are here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. You're welcome to my studio anytime. I'm so glad to have you here. I just recall that when I launched this Black Perspectives with Lady T, you were one of the first people that I called. You were one of the first people that I called, and I'll tell you why. Because you were such an inspiration to me. You had gone full throttle. Next thing I see you here, see you there, everybody's talking about Tonya Larry. I see you on Facebook Live. I'm like, what is going on? But most of all, I had seen a Facebook message post that you did. I was thinking about doing something like this. I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. And I was like, oh man, Tonya's doing something similar to what I wanted to do, but not exactly. But you wrote on your post, do not, say this, don't worry about if I'm doing this, there's room enough for everybody. I know I got that all messed up, but it inspired me so much. And I said, you know what? After watching you, I've seen a lot of your posts, but when you experience someone and see their personality, I saw that you were so inspirational for others. You're a motivator. I said, you know what? She has to be here. So again, welcome to Black Perspectives. I'm so glad to have you here. You were just interviewing someone on the way here, or before you got here.
Yes.
I'm telling you what. This lady is busy. She is all over the place. Every time I turn around, she's doing an interview. She's uploading on her page, which we're going to talk about the movement. But what in the world were you doing just before you, and looking beautiful on top of that, and looking gorgeous?
I was interviewing somebody about being a runaway, because lately we've been getting a lot of kids that's been running away, and we've been putting them on our page, and then the kids been safely, going back home. So I felt like, that was a topic to talk about. So what happened was, she came on live one day and was expressing to people, all kids don't run away because there's bad things happening at home. Some kids run away because they're going through a lot of changes within their self, and they can't talk to their parents.
Oh, wow.
So it ended up happening is, the young lady that ran away, her father was killed. So we don't know what was going on in her mind, due to the fact that, she could be grieving her father and seeing other kids with their father, or her mom don't know how to talk to her about it. Right. So we don't know what's going on with kids nowadays. So, maybe she just felt like she just needed some time to herself and ran away. And they said she does it a lot, but, she went home, which was a blessing to everybody. So, and then I was talking to Peaches about her life. She said she was a runaway at an early age, and she ran away because that's what she wanted to do, not because people was in her head, because she just thought she just wanted to leave home because of something that happened to her.
Wow.
So that was very emotional.
I think that it is so amazing what you do daily. I see that you're like I said, interviewing people, people are willing to open up to you.
Yes.
And that's amazing. This movement that we're alluded to, tell me more about that. How did it get started? When did it start? Who started it? Who founded it? How did you get drawn into it? What's going on?
The movement started because Anu Banks and I was on a post one day going back and forth with each other, like politicking about some things that was going on in New York. So one day he called me, he said, can I interview you to see, what's going on and why you felt that way? So I was like, I don't know, because he wanted to talk about my daughter. That was a touchy subject, because I was like, I know how these mothers feel with murdered children, because I lost a child, but she wasn't murdered. But I know what it's like to lose a child, and it's very painful.
Right.
Because once the funeral and stuff is over, it's like everybody go back to their normal lives, and you feel alone. But I didn't feel like that. I had my family. So I tried to express to everybody, I didn't have that feeling of, I was empty, but I wasn't empty because I had my family. Put it like that.
That's a blessing.
So the movement came about when we was talking about depression on an iPod. Okay. We was recording each other talking and talking about how we felt, and then one day he was like, let's start a movement where we can talk about things and go live on the podcast, and people can hear us every day and see what's going on. So depression was our first topic, and it took off real well.
Wow.
This happened in 2016, and then we stopped for a little bit because everybody had personal things going on in their life. So one day I went on vacation, like on a women's retreat with Sita, and then I was like, when I go back home, we're gonna go hard with the movement again, because people, want to be heard.
Right.
So after that, I was like, let's go live today, and they're like, really? I don't know. I said, okay. We sat on my porch, we went live, and it took off.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
And it's something I've been wanting to do like all my life, just be, a motivational speaker to just somebody that would listen or going through the same things that I'm going through. Because I deal with depression and a lot of other things and sickness and stuff like that, that I'm ashamed of having my asthma, but then like the day I wasn't feeling good, but I still was like, I'm gonna take all my medicine and still do what I gotta do.
Wow, that's a blessing. Now, you were saying that you battle with depression.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what does that feel like, and how does being involved in the movement, does it lift you out of that? How has it changed your life?
Major. When I lost my daughter, I was in
Do you want to share her name?
Yes, Joshua Larry. My daughter died in 2005
And she
of a
was
massive
how old?
heart attack. She was 18.
18 of a massive heart attack. Wow.
Yes. She was sick all her life.
Joshua.
Exactly. That's what I said. Like the love was there. The love was there. So when I lost her for like 5 years, I was in a deep depression. I couldn't get out the bed. I wasn't focusing on my 2 other children. It was hard. So as a family, we went to counseling together, and that's what got me through it.
Okay.
Like,
and
really.
so you have Jaqua, and you have 2
Jamalika and Jaquana.
Wow, and their ages, if they don't mind.
Jamalika just turned 28.
Oh my!
And Jaquana's 26, and Jaqua would have been 31. We're all born in June too.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Wow, and Jaqua would have been 31 years old.
Yes.
Okay, I remember when she was a baby too.
I know.
Oh my goodness! So you said this lasted 5 years. I have to say, and I did share this with you. There is, over a period of time, such a marked difference from some of the posts that I've seen you. I didn't really, I kind of live vicariously through you, but I would read your posts. You're, of course, one of my Facebook friends, and you're funny, but there were some days that you were very low, and very down, but you were really open about it.
Yes.
And I think that helped people, and I think that speaks a lot about you, that you are giving of yourself, because even at your lowest moment, you're willing to open up. And I mean, countless people that you don't even know until you meet your maker, that the people that you help. So what changed? I've seen a difference. Now I see you, like I said, everywhere. You're active, you're high in demand, you're motivating others, speeches, you're in the newspaper. What was it that changed? Did something change in you?
Yeah. I was volunteering with my kids when they were younger, because with Jaqua being so sickly, I didn't have a full-time job all the time. I had to cater to her and also make sure that my health was always intact as well. So when she had passed away, I just gave all that up. So when I started getting my mind together and having grandkids, I said, I need to fight for them now. Like,
Oh,
they're
wow.
pushing me to be motivated and to be out here making sure that they can live a safe life in New York as well.
Wow.
Because they see and hear things just as much
They
as the
do.
adults do.
Yeah.
So you got to be like mindful of that. So one day, like I said, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be on this team, but I'm not just going to be out here sitting down like saying things. I'm going to be out there in the trenches. And that's what the movement does. Like, we just don't talk about it. We're about it.
Yes.
So if something's going on in York and we don't like it, we're going to bring it to attention of everybody that, you know, that wants to know or that don't know.
Right.
That's what the movement does.
That's beautiful. And then speaking of the movement, name the other people that are involved. And now you mentioned Sita, who is no longer doing interviews. I mean, she's still a support system, I'm sure. Shout out to Sita. Hey. And who are the other people involved? In the
Anu
movement?
Banks, Raymond Bull, and Fred Walker.
Okay.
I'm the only female.
So you are the only female.
Yeah.
Well, we need a little bit, you know, to calm down all that testosterone. Yes, indeed. You know, when we're talking about the movement, a lot of positivity. I love to see that, you know, your page, and we'll get to have people, you can talk about your page soon, but what I love the most is that it's so much positivity. You help people in need. There's always some type of post. Hey, we need, someone needs an attorney, or someone needs an apartment, and it's a go-to place.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a go-to place, and it's positive. However, in contrast, what we see on television isn't quite the same. We see pulling hair weave out, we see fighting, we see cursing, and these are African American women. So there are so many negative images out there on television, and our young queens to be, our princesses, they emulate that type of behavior. They see that this is how they deal with conflict resolution, get up in someone's face, cursing them out. It's not positive imagery. What is it that we can do as Black queens ourselves, and what have you done, or what are words of inspiration to uplift our princesses and say, hey, you don't have to behave that way if you have a conflict with someone? Or what are some of the things that our young ladies can do to model great behavior?
First and foremost, you gotta respect one another. That's what I feel. And I think Black women have to stop competing with one another. You know what I mean? Like, it's a competition.
That's a biggie.
And the competition, it shouldn't be with somebody else. Like, you should be able to uplift one another, encourage one another, and motivate one another. That's one thing we have a problem with doing with each other. But with me and my friends, we do this to each other all the time.
All right.
Like, if they're having a bad day, I'm going to call and make them laugh. They're like, Tonya, I'm not in the mood for that. Because I got my petty ways and I got my serious ways. Like, I can be petty.
Me too.
But then you have to be like, you know, like, get it together. I got to bring it back a little bit. But
that's
you know,
just being
that's
real.
life.
Yep,
Exactly.
that is life.
Because people be like, Tonya, you're mean. I'm like, no, I'm not mean. I'm just straight up.
Yep.
Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat your life for you.
That's right.
I'm not, because nobody did it for me. Like, my mom raising us, she was hardcore. She let us know facts. She was like, this is how life is going to treat you. But I need you to be strong.
Yes.
Keep God on your side and always fight for your family.
That's right. Is your mom still amongst the living?
Yes, she is.
What does
Yes,
she
she is.
think about what you're doing?
Oh, she's so happy. She's so happy.
You ever think you'll interview her one time?
I want to.
All right.
Because she's my inspiration and my motivation.
How so?
Because my mom been through a lot in life.
Wow.
But she still managed to raise 5 of her own kids and adopt 2 kids as well.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that where you get your love for children? I mean, it just seems like you're just so nurturing and giving. Would you say that you had gotten that from your mother?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
My mom is very loving.
So her toughness paid off, huh?
Yes, it did. When my mom said 9 o'clock, it was 8:59 on the front porch. And I was 16 years old and had to be home at, 9 o'clock. And people used to be like, Tonya, you're going home? Yes, I am, because my mom said so. So To me, it just comes from discipline. Like the way kids are now is way different from when we were kids. Like when it got dark, you didn't see us outside. It was like there was rules.
Right.
Now that you see little kids 10, 11 o'clock going home, it's like, no, you should be in the house.
Right.
You know, but, you know, things are different now. But, you know, when we were raised, we had rules to follow.
I do have a question for you, just going back to the loss of your daughter. And I won't say loss because we know where she is. She's with our Father in heaven. What piece of advice or words of comfort do you give to mothers that have lost their children, whether it was through a health issue, through violence, or whatever the case might have been, an accident or whatever? What can you give them? What nugget can you give to them?
The mothers that I talk to, I tell them always surround yourself with loved ones. Always surround yourself with somebody you can trust and talk to, like when you're at your lowest, that you can express how you feel without somebody feeding back. Like there's a lot of times I just wanted to cry. Like I can call my mom and be like, Mom, I'm having a bad day about Jaqua. And I'll cry, and after I'm done, she'll be like, you want to pray? That gets me through.
Yes.
So what I've been taught, I give it to my friends and my family. I do the same thing to motivate them, because I'll be like, think about God first. Yeah. That's what got me through.
Yes, that's
it really
beautiful.
did.
God is so powerful, and he's always there. He never leaves us nor forsakes us.
No.
I really appreciate that. I'm just so glad that I haven't been in that situation, but I do have a tremendous respect for women that have to endure that type of hardship and struggle, because no one knows that unless they are in your shoes.
Exactly.
I can't come to you and say, well, aren't you over that now? You know, that had she passed away 10 years ago. People say the most ignorant things thinking they're being helpful.
Exactly.
I think, what is the best way when you're feeling down to lend you support?
Just a hug.
Just a hug.
My thing is, I just like to be surrounded with good people. And sometimes like, when I have my down days, I'll just lay on my couch, and then somebody will come visit me, and then I feel a little better. Okay. Because it makes me feel like somebody cares, and they're just coming to check on me, you know. I feel like when people are depressed, always call somebody. Hear someone's voice. Don't text somebody when you're depressed, because texts can mislead to other things. And then
they never read well. It never
exactly.
reads
and
well.
People get the wrong, like, what's this? Call someone and let them know, like, today I'm having a bad day, I just need to vent. And just listen.
I like that.
I like that too.
So do you hear that? Don't say the wrong words. Sometimes people just need a hug. They need you to listen. They don't need your advice. They don't need you to say, oh, well, she's in a better place, he's in a better place right now.
That hurts. That really does. Yeah. That was said to me a lot, and I'm like, you have no idea how that stings. That's painful. Just hug me and just don't say nothing, because you have no idea what it's like to lose a child. That's the worst. I don't like that for nobody. I really don't.
I know that's right. I really appreciate you opening up to me and everyone else. People draw so much from you, and your cup runneth over. That's my prayer for you, because when we're full, then anything that runs over, that's for everybody else. Exactly. So may your cup continue to run over. I want you to give the opportunity. How can people find the movement? You're on Facebook. What do you have coming up next? We have a couple big interviews we're about to do. We want to interview the mayor. We want to interview George Scott, that's running for office. Right. And he's running for Congress. I'm trying to get and I'm trying to get Tom Wolf. I'm not even going to lie. I'm going big. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. I know, that's right. I see your picture like, didn't I inbox you that day? I said, hold up, is that right now? Yo, me and you was bugging on that. But, right. For those of you that are watching in other states, because I do have people that have like my page that are outside of Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we are in the state of Pennsylvania, the city of York. We are 43,500 strong, and 5.2 square miles. So we are densely packed together. So they can find you on Facebook. Okay. Also, next Wednesday, 1 week from today, you will be with Brother Sharif Hamid with the Hour of Power, and that's Wednesday, August the 22nd. I will be joining you. Woohoo!
Tonya
I'm
and
getting
Tonya.
some airtime. What?
TNT.
Old school. I'm going to be acting up on there too.
Me too.
He's going to be like, "Stay out." He's going to kick me out. But
No, actually, it's going to be me and you running it.
oh, we're going to run the show.
Yeah, he's not even going to be here.
What?
It's going to be me and
Does
you.
he know what he's doing?
Hello. We're going to talk about the Sister Circle, and we're going to also talk about Tanya's program as well.
Yes. Now, before we go, just real briefly, what is that? The Sister Circle. I know what it is, but tell everyone.
The
listening.
Sister Circle is mainly women of all colors and races getting together, expressing how they feel, what's on their mind, what their demands are or what their needs are in York City. Like, how can York City help us feel better, do better, and live better? Because I feel as though, like, if we're all together being on the same page, we can help one another.
That's right.
Like with you, when you came, I was like, thanks for coming. That meant a lot to us because the Women's Circle just isn't our program, it's for everybody. So if you're going through something or you just depressed or having some, like you don't feel like nobody cares, we care.
Yes.
So come and join us and sit with us and talk. And everything we talk about is amongst us. It doesn't go no further from that circle.
Right.
And it's private, it's for women only.
That's
like this
right.
one guy was like, he wanted to come talk. I said, no, we don't need you. It's for women only, sir. Y'all can have your own little
Sister
group. Or,
circle,
yo, you can come
you
talk
know?
to us afterwards, but
Right.
no, bruh.
Out.
Exactly.
The door. But but yeah, and speaking of the Sister Circle, it was nice that Brother Hamid provided the security around the park
Yes.
during that time. So
Yes, he did.
Kudos to him and the others that were around the park at that time. So I am just, again, so thrilled that you took time to come to my studio, hang out with me, chat a little bit. I wish there was more times that we could get together. You're extremely busy nowadays, and it's a good busy. It is a good
Yes.
busy because you're
But I'll
busy.
always make time for you.
I know you do, and I love it. I love it. I'm so glad that you agreed to come here. I just want to, before we leave, again, catch us next week, and that is the Hour of Power. It's YouTube, Brother Sharif Hamid, the Hour of Power. You can watch it live there. And also, what is the live channel? Channel 16?
I think it's 16, yeah.
Yeah, now if you have direct TV, you're going to have to catch it on your phone or laptop or whatever that you use to watch live videos. But other than that, I think it's Xfinity. We're
Yeah.
direct TV people, so I think it's Xfinity. Find it. I think it's channel 16.
Yeah, it is.
And before I go, you can find me. I have a web page now. What? I'm all getting up there. I'm all getting all sophisticated now.
I know that's right.
And I want to give Angry Bull Productions a shout out.
Me too.
That is my sister, Diana Thompson, and I just want to just thank her for everything. She set me up with my web page. She did the beautiful intro,
Yes.
the outro. She films the lighting. I mean, she's doing it.
Yes, she is. I'm very impressed.
Me too. I thank her wholeheartedly.
But you told me when you was going to do it, you was going to go hard, and you did.
Woo, in the paint, what? But visit my website. It's www. Wait, the kids say, you don't have to say www, but I'm saying it. www.blackperspectives.weebly.com. And you will see me pop up. You can also visit Black Perspectives with Lady T Facebook. Black Perspectives with Lady T on Facebook. Also have email if you wish to email me, Lady TT Morgan at
Oh, okay.
gmail.com. And my sister and all her talent, she will put that on the screen for us. Boom. And it just magically appears. So check me out. I want you to hit me up with show ideas. I want you to give me some feedback, some constructive criticism, because if you turn mean and angry, I'ma block ya. That's what we do. We block ya.
Yes, positive energy only.
That's right. Positive energy. I need those vibes because we want to continue to grow. We want to give good messages. We want to give people hope. We want people to come find us. We'll come find you. Okay? So Tonya and Tonya, TNT here, right?
You about to blow up.
Yeah, we are. But thank you so much for stopping by and visiting me today.
You're welcome,
Oh, I
babe.
love you so much. Till the next time, people, let's say deuces.